three wins. Is that what we got here? 3 wins on the season so far for Murray Thornton and Thumper. And one thing I'll tell you, this modified four-wheel drive class, you can't judge the sheet metal or the fiberglass by what's under the hood. Okay? So this is a Ford pickup coming out, right? And the Thorntons used to be the only truck they had. Murray and Lane ran this truck. They won points titles with this truck with a Ford Hemi in it. And then they switched about, 4 or 5 years ago to the Sonny Leonard Hemi. The engine that most of these trucks are running in this class was designed specifically for this class. In pulling, it's called the Sonny Leonard truck pull motor. It is based on Chevrolet architecture, but it has a hemispherical head on it. Billet aluminum block, billet aluminum heads. They'll go out to 800 plus cubic inches, and they make about 1,900 horsepower. 350.24 the mark to beat. Here comes Thumper. Good run for Murray Thornton, hitting the rev limiter right there at the end. .343.98, going to come up short of Ryan Thornton. He'll move into the number 2 spot as he passes Darren Kriz in the Wild Child. Off-road belts. Belts to power everything from your vacuum cleaner to your oil rig, from your riding mower to your combine. Off-Road Belts has your belt in stock in their Rock Valley, Iowa warehouse, ready to be shipped to your door. Check them out at offroadbelts.com. There's your leaderboard so far. Backdraft leading us off here. Now, he went more left, I think, than what we saw Thumper. He went a little bit to the right down here. But they're starting to get into throttle a little sooner. I think about 110 feet. He was full throttle there. So we'll see what Murray's brother Lane can do now with a truck called Ramrod out of Gravity, Iowa. Stop Fire Fire Extinguishers, the official fire extinguisher of the Outlaws. Stop Fire is a proprietary blend of liquefied fire suppression gases that not only puts out the fire, but also prevents reignition with zero mess. Stop Fire Extinguishers are 100% guaranteed and made right here in North America. To get your hands on the world's best fire extinguisher, go online now at ake.com.
Now, I hope the crowd realizes that tonight you guys joined a special group. You're part of the 500,000 people that are going to watch Outlaw Truck and Tractor Pulling this summer. Ron, what do you guys got left?
Next week, we are at the South Dakota State Fair. Okay, that is... what's the date? A week from Monday. I can get my app here.
That's called Labor Day.
There it is. I got the app to pull up here. That's not the app's fault. That's my service. So, yeah, September the 1st, Labor Day weekend, we're at the South Dakota State Fair. That show starts at 1 p.m., by the way. Then the following weekend there, Unionville, Missouri, the Putnam County Fair in Unionville. And the next night will be in Buckner, Missouri, September the 6th. Both those events, 2 tracks, 2 sleds at those events. Then the following weekend, September the 13th, will be in Bedford, Iowa.
Bedford and then Spencer.
The State Line Showdown, then Spencer, Iowa on Sunday, September the 14th at the Clay County Fair.
Those are both drivable from here.
Then we take a month off, basically, and then we head south. We go to Lufkin, Texas. One of my favorite events of the year.
When you announce in Texas, do you talk slower?
No, I don't think so. I love Texas. I go down there for White Right, Texas in June, and then Lufkin, Texas, which is a huge veteran-themed event. 100% of the proceeds go to prevent veteran suicide. A 2-night event down there in Lufkin. That caps our season October 17th and 18th. Here we go, Dodge Dakota with a big Sonny Leonard Hemi. Lane Thornton out of Gravity, Iowa. Ramrod. Good hook. Looks to be close. We don't have the vantage point up here, Dale, to be able to tell if he got past that Schaefer oil leader barrel or not.
They all run and pull so good. They're just fun to watch.
Yeah, this is fun, no doubt. 342.54 moves into the number 3 spot with Ramrock. Watch the replay here. Nothing wrong with the pass, just couldn't get a hold of the track like Ryan did early on here. Yeah, love the changes here. Spreading the track out a little bit, moving the grandstands back. Got a lot more room out there. It's a lot safer from a safety standpoint. They even brought in the concrete block barriers there. So really like the track, too. The surface looks really great out there.
Well, thank you. I mean, I wish I could tell you that I did a lot of the work, but I didn't do anything except I drive up and watch. Like Rob Anderson, Terry Anderson, Adam Palmquist, Bob Post, Nathan Post, Mark and Taylor Shellham, Corey Strom, he was in charge of the whole project. Mike Tammon, and then they got to meet Dave and Jim Laban and watch them work. Wow. Brad Hodney, gravel. Jim Pulford did the electrical work. Matt Phelps, Robert Smith, Don Mogg, Byron Henry. There's so many people that helped. It made it so special. Then you look at Sioux Valley Electric. We got picked by their union as one of their union causes to do free work for. Every worker at Sioux Valley, the union has them do 8 hours of free work a year for different groups. We got a lot of Sioux Valley Energy's work this year. They picked these poles up and moved them. Electricity is a problem at Prairie Village. This side of the track, the west side of the track, has brand new separate electric service from the village. So we've helped the campers out by doing that. So thank you.
Awesome. Hey, it takes a lot of people to put one of these events on, to do the work that everybody's done here. So salute. Big applause for those folks that made all this happen. It looks awesome out here. Progress. I love it. Next puller here, Ford pickup. Now this one's running a Ford Hemi. This is a billet aluminum Ford Hemi. Do we have any Ford fans here tonight? Where's the Ford people at? Heck yeah. And this one's out of South Dakota, out of Tyndall, South Dakota. We had Darren Kriz, and now we have Dad. This is Dave Kriz, the Aftershock Ford. Spots the sled over on the right side, something we haven't talked about yet. The pullers can spot the sled wherever they like from one side to the other, as long as it's between the chalk lines of the track. And, of course, if the tires of the pulling vehicle touch the chalk lines, it's disqualification.
It's just one of the things that an experienced fan will notice. Where's the cone put? They'll put a cone there, and then Kevin Bauer, the sled master, he'll back up to that cone. So the next puller is going to tell Kevin where they want him at. You'll watch. The next time he backs up, he's going to go to a cone.
All right, Chevrolet in the lead at 350.24. Ford getting hooked up right now out of Tyndall, South Dakota. How many of y'all think the Ford can get past the Chevrolet? Dave Kriz, Aftershock.
You do see on the front of his weight box there, at least they circled the problem.
That was Dale said that. That was Dale, not wrong.
Guess what I drive?
Oh, not sure the right side is the place to go. Seems a little more loose over here on the right side than we heard an errant pop in the exhaust note there, about 210 feet or so.
Well, I would say that the Miss Prairie Princess and the Miss Prairie Village could probably even say hi to the crowd if they wanted to.
317.62 for Dave Kriz, 317.62.
Hi, I'm Aiden Kavan, and I'm the Miss Prairie Village 2025. Hi, I'm Kim West, and I'm the Miss Prairie Village 2025.
I thought you were going to say happy birthday to somebody.
It's our mom's birthday today, and she's sitting over in the bleachers with the sparkly hat on. Her name's Amanda.
And where's Amanda at? Amanda, you have to stand up. Happy birthday, Amanda. Everybody, 1, 2, 3, say happy birthday.
Amanda, you've trained your daughters well. I asked them how old you were, and they said they didn't know. Have you had a fun week, girls? How heavy are those crowns? Oh, not too heavy? Good.
Dale, I've been on this planet long enough to know even if they told me how old she was, I would not say it on the microphone.
I wouldn't either. I'd say what she weighed, but I wouldn't say how old she was.
No, sirree, Bob. No, not going there. VP Racing Fuels, the spec fuel of the Outlaws. Every Outlaw pulling vehicle competing on the Outlaw circuit is fueled by VP Racing Fuels for maximum power and reliability. VP also has additives created to maximize the performance of your daily driver, as well as your small engines and outdoor power equipment. Find out more at vpracingfuels.com. Folks, make sure you stop by the Outlaw Souvenir Trailer tonight. They've got a little bit of everything over there, and I'm not kidding when they say they got a little bit of everything.
They've got exhaust tips for semis, for goodness sakes.
They've got an exhaust tip over there. It's like 12 inches in diameter. Perfect.
You could buy it and put it on your pulling tractor for an exhaust.
Yeah,
You would impress. You'd impress your friends.
You know how cool that would look on somebody's Kia? That big 12-inch exhaust tip. That'd be awesome. Now they do have hats, T-shirts, hoodies. They have Frosted Frog coolers and tumblers. They got toy tractors and pulling sleds for the kids. They also have the 2025 Outlaw Souvenir programs over there, folks. Check them out.
And thank goodness Delton hasn't come out in the chicken suit yet.
We're still waiting for that. Last puller, Mike Williams, the Wild win. Mike Williams, our entry out of Bigelow, Minnesota, the Wild Wind Chevrolet. Was 323.39 feet, 323.39. Going to be good enough for the number 5 spot. Let's watch the run here on the replay. Not a bad pass. Engine sounded good, sounded strong throughout the run there. Good enough for the number 5 spot. Mike Williams in the Wild Wind goes number 5. In 4th, Aaron Kriz and the Wild Child out of Tyndall, South Dakota. The number 3 spot goes to Lane Thornton and Ramrod. Number 2 truck goes to Murray Thornton out of Bedford, Iowa with Thumper. And number 1 tonight, Ryan Thornton, first puller in the class out of Gravity, Iowa, backdraft. Going to win it, folks. Give a round of applause. Great class of modified four-wheel drives here today.
That was a very, very good class of four-wheel drive. These guys are professionals. They get paid, but Ron, do they get rich?
No, ain't nobody getting rich out here today, buddy. Nobody getting rich out here.
They do get paid, though. They go down the road.
This is a hobby. It's a sport, but it's also a hobby. So.
It's a lifestyle. You go back there in the pits, which you guys are welcome to. We have open pits. You can go back there after the show. Don't go back there now. You're kind of in the way. I would guess there's 185 golf carts back there, maybe more. So stay out of their way. And after the show, though, they'd love to talk to you. Most of them are nice guys. There's a couple that aren't.
99.99% are good guys, and they love to talk to the fans. They love to interact with the fans, and even more so with the kids. They love that the kids like to get involved. And
you can find
they'll
some
take
hero
pictures.
cards back there.
That's right. There's hero cards back there. They'll let you even sit on the tractors and inside the trucks sometimes.
And they'll sell you a shirt.
Yep. They will. Sometimes they'll give you a shirt. Just saying. That does happen from time to time. But I tell you, my earliest memories of going to tractor pulls, that was half the fun for me, was walking the pit area and talking to the pullers and how gracious they were to talk to you. And I was a little kid, and I love that. I love that part about pulling. It's a family sport. It really is.
Thank you to Interlakes Wireless for sponsoring pulling. Krug Products out of Madison. Lake County Crop Service out of Wentworth. Nordstrom's Automotive Garrettson. People's Bank and People's Insurance of Jasper. The Point Bar and Grill. Pro Finish Construction out of Madison. Reclean from Del Rapids. S&R Visuals and Equipment Blades of Sioux Falls. Thank you.
Start the day. Load the bed. Hit the trails. The trails. Find the spot. Pop the camper. Crank the tunes. Cook the dinner. Pet the dog. Take the moment. Do the work. Have the fun. Get the Pioneer.
At Frosted Frog, our mission is to offer quality, durable, reasonably priced coolers suitable for any occasion. They come in a variety of sizes that are perfect for everything, from vacations, social gatherings, and fun summer events to the toughest conditions of a hard day's work. So stay frosty by visiting our website, www.frostedfrog.com, and choose from the great variety of colors and sizes we carry today.
There's two types of drivers out there. Drivers who know how to protect their investment and drivers who don't. Car owners who know how to get more miles per gallon and owners who don't. We're talking people who know their Schaefer and people who don't. Which one are you? From cars to trucks to diesel workhorses, whatever you drive, there's a Schaefer synthetic oil for you. Do you know your Schaefer? Ask for it at an automotive retailer near you.
Graham Tire is your source for American-made Goodyear farm tires featuring Titan LSW technology. LSW tires provide track-like performance, even in adverse conditions. With 24-hour tire service and a large selection of used tires and wheels, Graham Tire is committed to keeping you running. Visit www.grahamtire.com to find a location near you.
This is a seed bag. This bag is made of craft paper with a cellophane liner and provides nothing for seed growth. This is a seed bed. It was prepared with Case IH soil management tools. It optimizes everything from nutrient access to water infiltration to create the perfect environment for early uniform emergence. Get to know why your seed bed drives productivity at caseih.com/soil management.
Well, let's do a little super farm pulling, one of the most competitive classes within the Outlaws. These guys, I tell you what, they switch so often. The points during the season, the points leaders switch off back and forth, and it usually comes down to the last hook or two of the season in super farm. Right now, a gentleman from Beersford, South Dakota, Alan Andrews, a Dakota Deer, leading the class in points right now. He has, it's like about a 12-point lead over the defending points champion, Chad Weisenkamp. John Deere against International. And then in the number 3 spot right now, Alice Chalmers. in the number 3 spot. So we got 3 different colors here in the top 3. We're going to start with a young man out of Earsford, South Dakota, Brady Andrews. Him and his brother, Chad Andrews, trade driving duties back and forth on this tractor.
I believe this is Brady's first trip down the Prairie Village track ever. He's driven this tractor a lot, but I think it's his first time here.
Good driver. Doesn't normally drive as much as Chad, but he is a good driver. Calls it the Bruley Buck. 9,200 pounds Super Farm. Gets way out past the 300-foot mark. He is the first puller. .030.04 feet. You know, Dale, you get out past 300 and you get out past 310, 320, 330. It's hard to turn that down as a first puller.
It costs money to repull. And if your motor stays hot, there can be a tragic cost, like sudden, unanticipated disassembly.
I learned long ago, I pulled four-wheel drive pickups. I learned long ago, if nothing was broke, if you didn't bounce, if you didn't have any major issues on the run, keep the hook. Because I talked about this when we started the show here tonight, started the pull. Sometimes you don't realize you actually broke something till you go to hook again. And that happens sometimes on a rehook. First puller will decide to come back. They go to fire the tractor or truck up. It won't start, or they realize something's broke. And then they're stuck with whatever distance they get on that option pull. So unless something major went wrong on the run, you pull out to 300 plus, keep that hook. That's just kind of a rule of thumb with me.
There's basically two types of pullers. Those that they want to win, the one that they're going to win. And then the other one, it's a good pull if they drive it back on the trailer.
Oh, yeah, that's a win in itself. Yeah, when you can load it under its own power, that night, that is a win in itself right there. But then we talked about the sun. Look, some of the track is starting to get shaded right now as that sun starts to drop, and that could affect the rest of this class.
You'll see as the west side shade starts to drift on the track, the drivers are going to chase that shade. They will chase the shade.
Yeah, because that's where the moisture will start coming up. That moisture comes up. That track starts packing in even better and getting stickier, and we'll have more bite there. So big thanks to Hart's Diesel, a sponsor of the Super Farm class. Every one of these Super Farm tractors running identical box turbochargers from Hart's.
This summer, I announced a tractor pull in David City, Nebraska, all right? I stay overnight, wake up in the morning. There's two of us left there camping, me and this guy, and that's his hometown. We were the only two out there in the pits.
Well, I wasn't there, obviously. I'm usually the last one there. So, I got to make sure everything gets cleaned up.
I know. What you help us clean up on
right.
Monday here. I know
that's
that.
Right. How about New Holland? We have any New Holland fans? Good looking, good running Super Farm right here out of Scribner, Nebraska. Mark Roberts, Spanky's Toy. Got a little bit off to the right, pulled it back to center. Not a bad hook. .324.66. 324.66. A little over 5.5 feet behind the leader. Now, some of you folks are saying that's not a New Holland color on that tractor. Well, yes, it is. That is an option color from New Holland, from C&H. The company that makes New Holland tractors. That is Maserati Blue. And if you're ordering a tractor from C&H and you want a New Holland, check your options list, because you can order Maserati Blue on that tractor, and that is an option, and that is from Case New Holland.
I think Mark is a dealer, correct?
Yes.
So
Yep.
he has a little in to get that Maserati blue.
I think it's a little extra for the Maserati blue, but it is an option there. Kaiser Wheels. They understand the challenges and aspirations that drive the racing industry, whether you're a racing team or an individual pursuing your passion. Folks at Kaiser have experienced the journey of turning dreams into reality. Join us on our journey as we combine expertise, passion, and unwavering commitment to deliver high-performance wheels that fuel racing dreams. Find out more at KaiserWheels.com, based out of Iowa. Most of the tractors out here, I would venture to say, if not all the tractors in the Super Farm class are running Kaiser wheels. They have high-quality wheels out there, and the best-looking wheels on the market for the sport of truck and tractor pulling.
And there was a lot of talk about pulling wheels this summer because one wheel got shredded.
Yeah, and there was some negative comments, that were put out there, and it's like, you know what? For as many Kaiser wheels that are out there,
Was
on
that
all the
Kaiser
pulling vehicles, you have
actually-
one break on somebody. You know what? Those are pretty good numbers. We have turbos blow up, nightly. We have engine blocks, get broken in half nightly at these events. We have injection pumps. We have injectors. All these parts that fail on a regular basis, and for one wheel to fail in all these years in pulling, that's a pretty good record. I'm okay. And you know what? Kaiser took care of that guy, got that wheel replaced, and they're still the best wheels out there.
Ron, here's one of the most recognizable tractors in the outlaw world.
Yeah, this is Jared Johansson out of Schleswig, Iowa, the Blaze of Glory, John Deere. Now he's tied for the number 3 spot in the points right now, having a good season here. Got to beat 330.04.
So last year we talked about how I got to go visit Schleswig, Iowa, because there's a lot of good pullers out of Schleswig, Iowa.
There are some good pullers.
I still got to get there.
Light Superstock Ag. We got some good pullers in that class over in Schleswig. Got to beat 330.04. Here comes the Blaze of Glory, Jared Johansson. Hey, how about Schleswig, Iowa? Nice hook there for Jared Johansson. Gonna pull up short, 328.47. Going to put him in the number 2 spot. About a foot and a half behind the leader here. But man, what is this? They got the Red Baron doing a flyby here. Buzzing the tower here. There's your top 3 so far in Super Farm. Bruley Buck, Brady Andrews still hanging on to the lead here. Logan Klein Hesseling out of Alton, Iowa. Doctor's Orders coming up next as we check out even more different sheet metal here.
Is it okay if I root for this tractor? Can I be a fan?
Absolutely. You like White Farm Equipment?
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Plus, he won a pole last year. Didn't he win at Spencer?
Last hook of the season, he snagged him a win there at the Clay County Fair.
He works and works, and he usually gets like 7th, 8th, and all of a sudden he won at Spencer.
Now, are you a White fan? Do you like White
I like White
tractors? You know what White manufacturing, what they first started manufacturing, right? Long time ago, before they manufactured tractors. Sewing machines.
What's that?
White Manufacturing, before they built tractors, manufactured sewing machines.
Really?
Yep.
I thought they were into trucks.
Well, that too, but they started out building sewing machines.
Got some whites on display up, part of the Oliver family. Of course, Oliver, Minneapolis Moline, and Cockshot